A black man's guide to escape the friend zone, Cheesecake Factory disaster date. How to flip the game in a few easy
got me
steps.
at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look,
Are you're recording me?
yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
So she says she can't go to the Cheesecake Factory because she's just too fly. Give me a damn break. Now, this is the biggest thing. You got to be able to pre-qualify women like this before you even take them on a date. There are a certain type of women that think they flyer than they really are, and you got to know how to deal with that. And we're going to take you on this journey on how to spot average girls with high expectations, and you ain't got to deal with it. Holla, let's go. So this video has been going around. This girl, she says, hey, I don't date dudes that take me to the Cheesecake Factory. If you in the future, Cheesecake Factory is a factory that they make decent food. But for the sake of this video, we don't know if it's real. We don't know if it's fake. I live in LA. It looked like some bad acting. So we will use this video for teaching purposes. And this is what happened. So in the scenario, the dude looks like he's caught off guard by the girl saying, I ain't getting out the car because you taking me to the Cheesecake Factory. So now say this is all real. This actually did go down, right? The problem is, if you a dude, you need to know what type of women you are dealing with before they even get into your car. Because if you are caught off guard by this, you clearly haven't been doing the work to qualify women to know, hey, how are they going to actually interact with me when I actually go on a date with them? You should never be caught off guard. You should know their energy. You should know their vibe. So here are some of the things you need to know so you can qualify women so that you know, hey, they feeling me. They trying to get a meal, right? So more than likely he met this person online. And when you're online, women are going to ask you certain questions to see if you are really down, if you are financially in a certain space, or if they're just feeling you altogether, right? So this is one of the things that you're going to have to look out, fellas. If a woman, when you talking to her online and she asks you this, do you like to travel? That is a financial question. She's trying to see what's in your bag. She's trying to see what's happening with you, right? If they say things like, do you spoil women when you go out with them? She's going to tell you that to see where your simp, that's a simp bones question, right? If when you guys are interacting and it's the beginning of the conversation and she's like, so what do you do for a living? Like just out of nowhere. That's when you know, okay, she is targeting me to be her next victim, to be on some stupidness. Now, you have to know before you go on a date with somebody like this, how to handle them. Because they probably gonna show off their ass, their thighs, their little cleavage, and that's how they draw you in. But there's something in the background that's going on with them. And this is why they come looking for simps. And this is the next step. Hold on. Now, usually women like this have dudes that they already fucking. That's just the real. So they come online for confidence boosters, and that's you. And so when they find that they're fishing for simps. You know what I mean? That's why I got my fishing hat on. They fishing for simps. And once you start answering these questions, or you're not even combative with it, like, baby, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to figure out who you are. Or once they know that, okay, you gas off their pictures or whatever, then they're going to reel you in so they can get their little confidence booster date. And that's what puts you in a position to be out and about, and they start running a whammy bammy like, I don't do this, I don't do that, or whatever, because you're getting lost in the cleavage, the thighs, and the ass, but you're not really looking at it from an objective perspective. So how do you flip the game? Because this woman clearly has a man, she has a dude, there's somebody taking care of her. She's not out here campaigning for tricks or simps, because women that are really feeling you, their energy's just not like that. You can take them damn near anywhere. If a woman is feeling you, like she's into your look, your vibe, your energy, she's going to make it a point to just be like, I just want to spend some time with you. I just want to vibe with you. And her energy is going to be like that. So if they not, they're going to have all these logical demands, and that's not the case. So this is what you got to do, fellas. You got to assume the position of this. First of all, when you go out with women like this, do not take them to restaurants. Ever, 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 ever. First of all, you shouldn't be going out with them if your game ain't on point. But if you do decide, like, okay, let me just kick and see what she's talking about, don't take them to restaurants. Don't ever take them to restaurants. Take them to a lounge, a cool little lounge, and then you just vibe with the conversation. Because at some point, she is going to be using you as a jealousy vehicle for the dude that she's really trying to holler at. It's going to happen, right? You go out with women like this, they going to somehow make a phone call, something's going to happen, and at a certain point, that interaction is going to happen, whether it's via text. And that's why you take them to a lounge, couple drinks, you kick it. Because she's going to think that this is going to be a vehicle to get her main dude jealous, right? And what's going to happen is she's going to get that phone call, that text. And usually if she's in that position, that dude's probably going to curve her to the left again. And that's where you come in, because she is not expecting to have any type of sexual situation with you. But because she's going to be emotionally unstable, because dude's going to curve her during a text or a phone call. And if you playing your cards right, that's how you get up on women like this, right? You got to flip the jealousy card on them. You got to flip the game on them. And you got to make sure you're not doing anything that's girlfriend-y-ish with women like this. You take them to the lounge. You get them to a couple drinks. You make sure the energy is right. You're very playful. You wait for that call to come in where she's going to start tripping on other dudes. But you can't trip like that. And then after all that, you're going to just be sitting there chilling, doing your thing, and the game's going to flip. She's going to give you some jealousy booty by accident. And that's how you deal with women like this. You just wait in the wings. It may not happen that night, but if you just play it cool like that, she's going to be floating a lot of dudes. Girls like this go through a lot of dudes, and most of the dudes, they play it wrong. They try to cupcake with these women. You got to be almost like the homie. Not in the friend zone, but just cool, unattached, chilling. We have a good time. And then what's going to happen? She's going to get burnt, like for real burnt. You want to make sure you play it right so that you can get your game tight and you can flip the game on women like this. Don't get caught up in the friend zone. It's easy to get caught up in the friend zone with women like this. And you don't want to do that. You want to make sure you have this game down pat, because these women can be fun to have a summer little fling with, a winter little fling with. You got to just play the game right. Don't get emotionally invested with women like this.
I did shit with Mariah.
Hey, it's Mariah Carey. I'm listening to B Woods, the intelligent, attractive, warm, loving, and caring, just the most magnificent man ever to walk the face of this earth.